current in the transistor. Okay, so the current flow in the base is called the base current, and it's denoted by I sub B. Yeah? I sub B. And the current flow in the collector is called the collector current. It's denoted by the symbol I sub C. And the current flow in the emitter, okay, is called the emitter current, and is denoted by the symbol I sub E. So we have base current, emitter current, and collector currents. Okay. Now, what's the relationship between these two currents? What's the relationship? Okay, we can see that the collector currents IC, and this is IB. Okay, this is IB. Yeah? So IC and IB, when they flow into the transistor, okay, they will join together in the transistor and go to the emitter. Okay, so you see, yeah. So the collector and the base currents go into the transistor, then they will go to the emitter. Okay, so we have an IE here. So therefore, IE is equal to IB plus IC. We have learned this in electricity, right? Okay, electricity, yeah. So when the currents come to a junction, they combine together, then these currents will be this current plus this current. So IE equal to IB plus IC. Since IE is equal to IB plus IC, therefore IE must be the highest among these three, right? Okay, so if the IB is 1 ampere, this one is 10 ampere, then IE will be 11 ampere. So this always the highest. So IE is always the highest currents. Then how about IB and IC? Okay, which one is higher? Which one is higher? C. Why? Because just now we already learned that because the base is very thin and is lightly doped, so a lot of electrons, when they move into the base, they do not fall into the hole. Okay, maybe 90%, sometimes 95% or 99% can pass through the base and go to the collector. Okay, so most of the currents will go to the collector because the base is very thin and with very little hole. So therefore IC will be higher than IB. Yeah? So IE higher than IC, IC higher than IB. Now these two relationship is important. These two relationship is very important. So make sure that you remember this, because this may be asked in objective questions. Okay, they will ask you the relationship between these three currents. Okay, IE equal to IB plus IC, or IE greater than IC, IC greater than IB. Which one? The second one. Okay, the second one, IE is the greatest among the three. This one, okay? Why IE is the highest? Then how about IC and IB? Why IC is greater than IB? Now, just now, okay, we learned that the base is very thin and it's lightly doped. It's lightly doped. So, as I told you just now, if, let's say this is the base. If the electrons move into the hole, then it will jump to another hole, jump to another hole, jump to another hole, and go to the base. If it does not move into the hole, then it will straight away go to the collector. So that is how it works. The electrons go into the hole, it will go to the base. If it does not go into the hole, it will pass through the base and go to the collector. Okay. Now this thing is very thin and with very little hole. Okay. Maybe 1,000 electrons. 1,000 electrons go to the base. Maybe just 10 or 20. Okay. So 20 will go to the fall into the hole and then go to the base, and the other 980, okay, does not fall into the hole. They just pass through the base and go to the collector, and therefore the currents in the collector will be much higher compared to the currents in the hole, in the base. So therefore IC is greater than IB. Okay, so that's a relationship. IE equals IB plus IC, and IE is greater than IC, and IC is greater than IB.